And guys, like this turned out ridiculous. Let me show you. Like, holy crap. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the video. Today, we have something super awesome going on my 2006 LBZ. I have it here at the shop today. Now, what I'm gonna be doing today is probably the craziest thing I've done yet to the build on this channel. And I am so excited to show you guys what we're gonna be doing. This kit is gonna change the entire look of the engine bay on my truck. And if you guys have not guessed yet, the sponsor of this video is HSP. Would you guys look at how beautiful this has turned out? This comes with literally everything. And we also have a couple more goodies. One from Felder Custom Fab. We got the fuse box cover and the brake reservoir cover from Felder Custom Fab. If you guys follow my TikToks or my Instagrams, you guys have probably seen those on the truck by now. This right here is going to change the entire look of this engine bay. So I want to send a huge shout out to HSP for sending me out this kit. This is going to be a super fun installation. I am looking so forward to it, and it is not a wiring job. So we're already doing great there. My truck is leaking, so I had to replace the master cylinder. I'm actually gonna have to replace the entire Hydro Boost too. But this boring old engine bay is going to look beautiful. And to top it all off, I also got some battery covers for the truck. So I'm gonna have to go pick those up later in this video. I can't wait to show you guys what I have planned with those battery covers. This video process is gonna take place over the next couple days because I'm not gonna be able to get this entire kit on in one night. I have way too much going on lately. So right now, I'm just trying to get all of the leaks figured out and fixed so that we have no more leaks when I start tearing into all the piping. Once I get all of that wrapped up, we're gonna start throwing on this piping, which should be around tomorrow. I'm actually looking really forward to that. So you guys stay tuned for what we got going on next. And if you guys want to get your own HSP air intake kit, I 100% guarantee you will not regret it because this is what this truck was missing. If you want to get your own set for your truck, head over to the link in the description and use my code Dylan5 to save 5% on your order. And go ahead and choose a gorgeous color powder coat for your engine bay. It's gonna look phenomenal. And again, if you guys wanna get yourself one, make sure to head over to the link in my description. So first things first, tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up the battery tray covers, then we're gonna bring them back here to the shop. We're gonna cut out the overlays on our CNC machine in there. Then we're gonna powder coat the overlays. We're gonna powder coat the battery tray covers. And then we will have everything that we need to finish this engine bay. So I'll see you guys then. So I just picked up the prismatic powders, clear coat for the powder coat, and my battery trays just arrived. So we're gonna take those back to the shop and powder coat them. I can't wait to show you guys what we're about to cook up. All right guys, so we're back at the shop and I have something pretty cool I'm gonna show you guys that we're gonna be doing on the CNC machine today. Before I reveal all that, I wanna show you guys what we got in the mail. These are the battery covers for the 2006 Chevy Duramax. I got two of them because the LBZs and all the Duramax trucks have two batteries. So today, we're gonna be powder coating them. That is also why we got the prismatic powders clear coat. We also got some regular black and some regular white clear coat from Harbor Freight, but that's not the main powder coat we're gonna be using today. We're actually gonna be using Prismatic Powders Illusion Cherry. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned and see what we're about to do. I also don't have a very big oven. This is all I'm working with. I do have a powder coating setup down there, but we're gonna try to fit everything in this. So right now I'm taking out these rubber seals that go around where the positive and negative come out of the battery so that we can get these ready for powder coat. So I just mocked up a couple of the pieces that are gonna be going on the truck. Here's what they look like. They've got my initials of my new logo. DL is my initials, obviously, so it's gonna be now DL Customs. I didn't put customs under it because my CNC machine can't handle that small of letters. If I had a laser, it could do it, but I actually like how these turned out, so we're getting ready to cut these out. All right, boys, after a long and troubling time with messing with the CNC machine and trying to get this to cut out how I wanted it, we finally got them done. This is what it's gonna look like. That's a little crooked right now. This is what it's gonna look like on both of them. These overlays are gonna be powder coated illusion cherry, and the actual battery covers are gonna be white. So we're gonna get the powder coater out and start powder coating. All right, so we got my jerry-rigged Harbor Freight powder coating gun. Attached a flashlight to it. So for some reason my phone wasn't recording that, but we're gonna touch up around the edges a little bit. Look at that flake. That's gonna look so pretty once it's baked. Let's now stick this in the oven. All right, so we just pulled all the overlays out of the oven. We're gonna let those cool for a minute, but now we're preheating it and getting it ready for the clear coat that's gonna go over those overlays. And while I'm waiting for those to cool down, I actually just sanded down both of the battery covers. These are aluminum. I have never powder coated aluminum before, so I really don't know how these are gonna turn out. I know there's a little bit of difference to them. You just gotta know when to bake. Gotta know the timing of it better, because aluminum gets rid of heat quicker and it holds heat really fast. So I did sand it down with 220. Got the edges pretty good, and we're about to go throw some powder on these as well, and should be good to go. All right, let's lay some clear coat on this thing. Have this battery cover ready to throw in the oven. I just threw white on that one. Setting it out here because I don't got a lot of room and I can't put them all in the oven. This one's currently baking. It's turning out pretty good. So I'll keep you all updated. All right, guys, so we got the battery tray covers completely finished, powder coated and assembled, and here's what they look like. I got the new logo on it, and they turned out phenomenal. I powder coated them in the same illusion cherry that the rest of the HSP kit is. So now let's start getting everything disassembled on the motor. All right, boys, well, it's day 2 and we're coming along pretty nicely. So far, I've pulled out the intake, the hot side of the turbo, the coolant tank, and the tubing that connects to the Y bridge. And now we're getting ready to do the hardest part of this entire installation, and that's putting in the new Y bridge. And I've talked to some good buddies of mine. They've helped me out a lot trying to figure this out, because I absolutely know nothing when it comes to putting this in. Apparently, I have to get rid of the entire EGR system, which the truck has technically been EGR deleted. There's a plate that blocks this all the way back there, the cooling system on the EGR. So there's no suit or anything built up around the EGR, because my dad, when he bought the truck back in 2006, he immediately put that blocking plate back there. So nothing could build up. It was technically EGR deleted. We have to take off the entire EGR system. Then I have to get all the way back, and then I have to get all the way back here under the turbo and take off the stock Y bridge, which apparently is a huge pain in the butt to get to those bolts behind the turbo. But the truck is coming along quite nicely. We're getting everything taken care of. Right now, we're just trying to figure out the best way to get this Y bridge on. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've asked a lot of people. A lot of good friends have helped me, and I think I have it figured out, but it's a pain in the butt type of job. I have to dig all the way down here behind the turbo. So you guys stay tuned for the next part of the installation. I'm super excited, and this thing is gonna turn out killer. I'll see you guys later. Today, we got off the entire EGR system, EGR compressor, and we got off the hardest thing on this kit, at least from what everybody else has told me, and that is the Y bridge. It's the hardest thing because it's all the way down here at the bottom. But boys, we also got out the outer housing of the turbo. And I asked you guys on Snapchat if I should get it out and powder coat it the same color as the rest of the kit, and you guys told me I gotta do it. So boys, here she is. Here's this bad boy, and we're gonna powder coat it the same color as everything else, the illusion cherry. Now we're gonna clean this thing up, degrease it, scuff it down, and then throw it in our powder coating oven and have this puppy looking the same as those. All right, boys, so we got the turbo all ready to be powder coated. How about we start laying on some powder? All right, so I just put it in the oven. We're gonna let that thing bake, and we should be good. All right, guys, so the turbo is now fully powder coated, and it looks outstanding. I cannot wait to put that thing back on the truck. While I was waiting for the powder coat to cure, I put in the new coolant tubing that HSP adds into this kit, and this thing looks awesome. This is officially the first powder we have on the truck, so we're doing good. So guys, we are back at it. I ended up getting the turbo housing back in, and we got the entire Y bridge all mounted back in place. This had to be the hardest part of this entire job so far. And everybody's told me the Y bridge has to be the most difficult thing on this job, but we're starting on the up pipes, and that also has to be a super difficult piece in this job, but we're gonna get it done. Also started trying to get out the up pipes on the passenger side. That's the up pipe right there. That has absolutely been a pain in my rear, but I watched some YouTube videos. Taking off the wheel will give you a little bit more space to get up in there, so I'm gonna do that real quick. Well, boys, after a long 2.5 hours of trying to get my downpipe out, I finally got that piece of junk out, and that took forever. That was a pain in the butt trying to wiggle that out. And then I ended up getting out what I think is probably the second hardest part of the job, the old up pipe. So, with that being said, I'm in good shape. I did end up getting the new up pipe in with the EGR delete that connects straight to the turbo from the manifolds, and we're looking good. Now all I have to do is the driver's side, and once I get the driver's side done, I can start doing piping, and that's pretty exciting. Also not super fun over here, but we're getting it done. Luckily, I did pull off all the bolts, and I did not have any issues. I've heard nightmares of people breaking the heads off of these bolts and practically having to pull out their engine just to drill those out. So we're in good shape. I'm not gonna work on it tonight, I'm gonna work on it tomorrow, and I'll see y'all then. Well guys, we are thriving. I know this video has been a lot of on and off cuts of different days of me working on the truck, but we got all of the hard stuff done. And let me tell you, it was a complete pain getting both of these downpipes in on the truck. But with a little help from my dad and a lot of wiggling, we ended up getting both of the new downpipes in on the truck. Now this process did take me several hours, and it was terrible. Do not recommend this job to anyone unless you were to lift your cab up or even take your motor out, because it absolutely sucked. But we did get both of the new downpipes in, and I'm feeling great, because now that that's over, we only have one thing left to do before we get to install the awesome HSP kit. I do want to apologize to you guys for these YouTube videos taking so long. As lots of you guys know, I am getting married in about a month and a half, and there's a lot going on in my life right now. Right now we are remodeling the space we're living. I'm having to get a lot of wedding stuff done, so I have not had a ton of time to be able to work my truck. So I do apologize to you guys for how long this has been taking to push out some YouTube videos, but I'm super excited now because both of the up pipes are in. And we also did end up ordering an MBRP downpipe for the truck. Now, I was not gonna do that because on MBRP's website, it was gonna take over a week to get it shipped out to me, and I did not wanna wait that long to get this YouTube video out. So I did some searching, and one of my suppliers actually had it in stock, and they said they'd be able to ship it out and get it to me within 2 days. So that's gonna be here tomorrow, and we're gonna install that. And once that's installed, I get to put on the entire HSP kit, and that's the fun part. We'll get that figured out here soon. I do want to say something though real quick. The longest part of this entire process of getting the driver's side up pipe off was that piece of crap right there. Now, as some of you guys can tell, it's a little rusty, and there used to be a bolt right there where that rust broke off, just like there was one there and one right there. Well, getting that off ended up snapping the metal and breaking it, and so that was an absolute pain getting out. That was probably half the job right there. So screw putting that heat shield back on. I ended up wrapping the whole thing in heat wrap, and that will keep it very cool in the engine bay. But tomorrow we get to put on that MBRP downpipe, and I'm super excited about that. I want to get that wrapped up and get to the fun stuff. So I'll see you guys soon. Well guys, it looks like the MBRP downpipe just showed up. So let's take this over to the truck. Now I just want you guys to look at the difference between the MBRP downpipe and this piece of junk OEM downpipe that can just absolutely kick rocks because it's a piece of junk. MBRP is in no way, shape, or form the sponsor of this video, but this thing's gonna help this truck breathe a lot better. So let's get this thing installed. So I have gotten the top side of the MBRP downpipe connected to the back of the turbo housing. And that wasn't too difficult. So now we are gonna connect it to the exhaust. It really shouldn't be that difficult. Some people make it sound like it's a hard job, but I mean, compared to anything else I've done so far, this is just a breeze. All right, so we have fully installed the MBRP downpipe, as you can see. Really was not that difficult. I think it looks great. I know it's gonna sound great, and it's definitely gonna help the truck breathe a lot better. So let's start cleaning up this stuff, and let's get ready for the piping. All right, guys, so since yesterday, I did pull the truck over here. We pushed it over into this bay. I threw the wheels back on, and now we have put in the intercooler hot side pipe from the turbo. That was fairly easy to install. I got that run in, and not too much going on after that. I am now going to be working on getting the coolant tank in. I know I told you guys that I would be starting on the left side and working my way to the right side of the engine bay, but I actually lied. I had to get that pipe in. I had to get the PCV, whatever it's called, lines run. And then once I got those run, we were good to go. So I put in the hot side intercooler piping, and now we're going to get the coolant box put in. So that shouldn't be too hard. I don't know, give it another like 2 to 3 days of working on it after work, and I should have this thing wrapped up. So I'm gonna wrap it up tonight, and me and the bro about to go get some food, about to eat it up. We gotta get a little feature of Casey's truck out here. You don't even want to see that. It's blurry, I'm gonna have to go out there. Say it again.
Like, go see the best looking rig ever. I mean, probably hover like
that is not what he said off camera, chat.
A chat, that's actually what I did say, but we should probably go over to the Asphalt Cowboys account, because you know, like, Dylan's like on there and stuff too, but like the good looking trucks are actually on that other one, so be sure to hop over there.
Oh, we got this F-150. Dude, why is my camera so blurry? Oh, there we go. Oh.
Hi.
Oh.
What?
Cleanest F-150 in the gang, baby. All right, guys, so I'm back from dinner, and I'm gonna attempt to put this coolant tank in and some of the other piping, but we're gonna get her done. And I just wanna say, I'm sorry to everybody that's been watching this video so far and confused why I've had to make so many different clips of me working on this truck. I will be cooking out YouTube videos for you guys, and obviously a lot more content to the IG, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, everything. So you guys stay tuned, and let's keep cooking. All right, guys, so we just got finished installing the coolant tank, and Marley, you sleeping? I just got finished installing the coolant tank on the truck, so we are making some progress. Been trying to work at tucking back some of these wires that run for my rock lights and stuff. I have not finished that yet. It's a little bit of a bird's nest right here, but I'm gonna get that fixed. And then we're gonna keep moving forward. I think we're gonna do the cold intercooling piping next. But I just want to try to figure out how to clean up some of this mess. So we're gonna get it figured out, but I'll be back. Well, guys, we are back at it again today, and we're getting this thing wrapped up pretty well. I'm starting to put in some of the piping. We ended up getting the entire hot side intercooler piping in. Obviously, we had the new coolant tubing hooked up from HSP. We also got the coolant tank all hooked up, and this thing looks good. We put in the left side battery tray with my new logo, and I'm liking it a lot. So things are coming together. We are also getting ready to put in the cold side intercooler piping, which should be pretty cool. Trying to figure out some stuff that I don't know. I was running into an issue because I did not know what sensor plugged back into it. Down here on the bottom, as you can see. But I think I got that figured out. One of my good buddies, Anthony Owens, also known as LBZ Ant, he has an awesome clean truck, and he's been helping me with this process because I absolutely know nothing about any of this. But apparently, I think I'm supposed to be taking this sensor off the OEM intercooler piping and throwing it on that and then plugging in the MAF sensor, I believe. And then I got the map sensor as well for the intake. I think that's what it is, but I'll figure it out here shortly. Well, guys, we just got the cold side intercooler piping in and it looks fabulous. Check this out. Guys, look at how it's turning out. That thing looks amazing. Now, I know there's a lot of different lightings because the lights aren't shining on this completely. So that looks darker, but they're actually all the same. It's just how the lighting looks right now. But I think it's turning out amazing and I cannot wait to get the intake system on. All right, guys, I got a little carried away. I didn't film everything, but I completely finished it. Like, the entire engine bay is done. I have a few small things I gotta still finish up, but it's completely wrapped up, guys. And guys, like, this turned out ridiculous. Let me show you. Like, holy crap. I don't even feel like this is my truck. This is insane. HSP, you guys have outdone yourself. I love how my logos turned out. I love how all the piping turned out. My logo over here just looks awesome. The LBZ fuse box cover, I mean, everything. The turbo turned out fantastic. Everything, it's so tied together. Like, guys, I can't express to you how good this actually looks. It looks 100 times better in person. Now I still have to do a couple small things. I have to put in the inner fender liners. I also am going to be ordering a turbo blanket for the backside of the turbo housing. If some of you guys don't know what that is, it's kind of like heat wrap, but it's just a huge blanket that goes over the turbo. I'm also going to be ordering these billet caps for over here and over the oil cap to look a lot more like that. But other than that, guys, I mean, I still got to clean up the firewall and the edges. But other than that, guys, this kit I could not be more happy with. HSP, I want to send a huge shout out to you guys for sending me out this kit. It turned out absolutely ridiculous. Now, the only things left to do with the truck is I have to have the tuner come in. Hopefully, they're going to be here next week. They're going to be tuning the truck. I want to get a smoke tune. I want to get a toe tune. But other than that, guys, this thing is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, especially because of all the extra steps I took, putting the MBRP downpipe in it, all the extra little things. I'm also going to be powder coating my alternator casing, so that will also tie in with everything else. But you guys just let me know what you think. I think it turned out fantastic. I could not be happier with it. And like, guys, this color, it just ties so well together with the white. Like, I couldn't be happier. Like, guys, I'm cheesing from ear to ear right now. This is like exciting to me. But let me know what you guys think. This kit did take a good while to put in, especially with the work schedule I had. Didn't have a ton of time to put it in, so it took almost 2 weeks after work every single day. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you would change, or if you absolutely love this and how it turned out. Again, I want to send a huge shout out to HSP for sending out this kit for the 2006 LBZ. And guys, I can't reveal anything yet, but the next YouTube video might be absolutely insane. I have told you guys that the next truck build is coming soon. So that's the only hint I'm going to be giving you guys. I won't be revealing anything until the next YouTube video. So you guys stay tuned. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel out, and I'm on a road to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So I really appreciate it if you guys do that for me. This stuff does take a lot of work, and I really appreciate you guys following along and watching. I know this wasn't a super in-depth installation or anything of the HSP kit, but I had a good time trying to install. I learned a lot of new things about the LBZ diesel engines. I'm more used to the small block, big block Chevrolet engines, but this has taught me a lot, guys. And so I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.